Good to know you're still with us. Breakfast Central here on New Central Television. Okay, so time for us to look at our biggie today, and we're talking vaccination. Some have taken it, some have not. Where are we in Africa? Where are we planning to go? Delivery of vaccines started in February 2021, and most countries in Africa have signed up and received vaccine doses. Now, the program, backed by the World Health Organization, that's WHO, and other multilateral bodies, aims to supply 600 million doses to Africa, enough to vaccinate at least 20% of the population. But the big question is, how far has vaccination gone, even with this quantity in Africa?
Well, on March the 2nd this year, Nigeria received its batch of 3.94 million vaccines, which is from the Oxford AstraZeneca vaccine doses, courtesy of the COVAX facility, a global scheme to provide free inoculations. Now, the COVAX initiative has so far delivered more than 16 million vaccine doses to 31 African countries, and this is according to the Africa CDC.
But the WHO chief, Tedros Ghebreyesus, has said that most African countries do not have anywhere near enough vaccines to cover all health workers or all at-risk groups. For an update on the vaccination so far in Nigeria, we'll be talking with Dr. Blossom Amadua Fokwa. She is a public health physician and PRO, Association of Public Health Physicians of Nigeria, Lagos State chapter. We'll also be talking with someone who has taken the vaccination. She is a journalist and her name is Ezine Aniwe. We'll be talking with her as well. Blossom, thank you for joining us on The Breakfast.
Thank you so much for having me. Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome back again to the program. Now, Dr. Blossom, tell us how far, the vaccination process has gone and the successes perhaps recorded, especially in Nigeria, in your opinion and observation.
Okay. So when we use the word success, we have to actually put it in context. Let's remember we're aiming to vaccinate 200 million Nigerians. And the doses that we received, 3.94 million doses. Those doses are enough to vaccinate just 1% of our population if everyone gets 2 doses. So when we say success, we're very far from actually using the word success. If we're going to speak to the actual vaccinations of the doses that we've received, yes, we've made some progress. Some states even more than others. Some states have lagged behind and some states have been more aggressive with their vaccinations. So I would say it's not time for us to do a victory lap yet.
All right. You are at a vantage position considering the work that you do. How would you describe the reception? There were some concerns about the vaccine in Nigeria. So far we've started it already. Have you noticed any form of skepticism? What is the reception in Nigeria?
Okay, so that's a very great question, because initially, so what we observed was people were hesitant to receive a vaccine initially. But then we saw the power of having our leaders, having prominent individuals publicize their vaccinations. So as that was happening, people began to be more receptive to getting vaccinated. So yes, there was a lot of hesitancy at the beginning, but right now, people are quite open to getting vaccinated. So there has been a lot of improvement. Let me put it that way: improvement in the level of reception among Nigerians.
All right.
I think this is a good point.
This is a good point. You're talking about people, being receptive to it. We've gone out, to just get a bit of a sample of opinions from Nigerians on what they feel about the vaccine.
Stay with us. Don't go anywhere, Blossom. We'll be back with you.
Okay.
My name is Uduakita Ayo. My name is Rosemary.
Yeah, I go by the name Bolly Bill.
Yes.
You've taken the vaccine?
Yes.
When?
You don't take her.
No, I've not.
Not yet.
No, at all. Why should I take it?
they said it's for future preservation.
People are taking it. They are taking it to some companies for people to take it, and they do pay for it. But I don't have they have not come to our own company yet.
Yes, I do. I do hear that every time. You know what I'm saying? Eh?
I heard about people taking it. Some people had issues, medical issues. That's one reason why I decided not to take it.
It's okay, but although my boss took it, she said it's okay for her, but she asked me to. But because I don't have chance, I will do it. I think my uncle has taken it.
No.
Not at all. Not at all.
No, I don't have it, no.
No, not at all. Because I'm fine.
Sure, why not? Because I noticed some people are running away from it. They are thinking, COVID-19. This is. I will, my sister. I will.
Yes. Nothing. I'm not chance to take it.
I will, because my boss asked me to take it. I need to take it. No, I need to take it, but because it protects, it helps.
Man, I don't want it. I don't want it. Man, now I'm not going to take that shit.
Wow.
Mixed reaction there from people. Blossom, what do you say to that?
Yeah, so I mean, what we just saw is exactly what you hear from Nigerians every day. But really, what we've observed is when the rubber meets the road, these individuals actually step up to the plate and take the vaccine. That's actually what we've observed. So people will say, "Oh, I'm not going to take it. I'm not going to take it." But when they see other people around them, so this is almost like peer pressure in a way. So when they see people around them, like the lady that said her boss said she had to take it. So when they see people around them taking it and the people are fine, they now realize, I mean, why shouldn't I take it as well? So there's a snowball effect that we're seeing.
All right. We understand that we've received from the COVID, which is the AstraZeneca vaccine that had so much controversy in the last couple of weeks about blood clots. We're not going to get into that. We understand that this is supposed to be a two-doser, first dose and some time for the second dose. So if we received about 3-point-something vaccines, are we saying that we've been able to get people for first and second doses? And if not, don't you think that really takes back our vaccination drive, whether we have skepticism or not?
Yes, I mean, it absolutely does. It absolutely does. Because what Nigeria has decided to do is to keep the second dose for the individuals that receive the first dose.
Okay.
So the 3.94 million doses will actually vaccinate approximately 2 million people. So what happens is when people they go to their local government areas where the PHCs where these vaccines are being administered, and they tell them, "Oh, we're not vaccinating anymore." It does have an impact on people's willingness to receive the vaccine. If the vaccines were available and people walked in and they said, "Oh, you get vaccinated," people will more willingly receive the vaccine. But when they're walking in and they're telling them, "We don't have any vaccine for you," so they ask, "So when can we come back?" And they're not even sure. So that really, really has an impact on vaccine acceptance.
Okay.
Okay, this is a related question. The AstraZeneca safety concerns that has been raised. We know that the US FDA had said that they're suspending, they're not saying they're not using, but they're suspending it. And we also know that South Africa has done the same thing. What's your thinking as to what action Nigeria should take? I think, can you clarify for us which of these vaccines we're using and which one there are huge concerns over?
So we are using the AstraZeneca vaccine. It's a viral vector vaccine, just like the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. So we have found adverse effects related to blood clots in some individuals. But one thing we have to note, for example, the Johnson & Johnson vaccine, they were able to administer, I believe, 7 million doses in the US, and they only had 6 adverse effects. So when you weigh the risk of getting COVID-19, the case fatality rate for COVID-19, that's the number of people that will die out of the people that get COVID-19, is 1 in 100. So when you weigh that to 1 in a million adverse effects, it's still better to get the vaccine than to sit around and wait to see if you'll get COVID-19. So that's the current the current teaching that and the current advice that we're giving to people. And I think that's why a lot of the countries in Europe, even though they put a stop at a point, when they reviewed the data, they realized it was better, it was more beneficial to get the vaccine than to sit around and get COVID-19.
All right. I'm going to ask you this question, but we will take a short break and come back for your response. I'm going to ask your reaction to South Africa choosing to also stop the use of the Johnson & Johnson vaccine, even though you are saying that, you weigh the risk against, they've not had cases of blood clot. But that is after we come back from this very short break. Stay with us.
Okay.